Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you and yours. Welcome to all our friends and our family and our guests to the Single Woman's Love Couch Chronicles. We are coming to you live on the Love Radio Network. And I am your radio host, Ms. Simone, thanking you for tuning in to share your time with me tonight. It is a great day to be empowered and to enjoy your journey right from your very own homes, especially your couch. Come on and get a glass of whatever you like. Sit yourself down and enjoy the nuances of a woman and man's perspective on life, love, purses, plus every topic in between. Now, if you're new to Couch Chronicles, we all say welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Enjoy the show. And if you're a reoccurring or dedicated Couch Chronicle fan, thank you for all of your time and your dedication for being a ride or die Couch Chronicle baby. All your friends and family, come on in. Join us. You can either call us on 563-999-3519, and if you have a question, press that one button. Again, that number is 563-999-3519, or you can go ahead and you can log in radionetwork24.com. Go ahead and press that live button so that you can be right and part of the show, listening to you live, either from your car or from your very own couch. Now, it's very easy to sit on our couch, sit back for a wonderful and sometimes very grown show. Remember, you sit back for a wonderful and sometimes very grown show. Remember, you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Simone, Symone, Hurt, Hurt. Go ahead and send me a friend request, and I will be more than happy to befriend you back. So you can be part of the Couch Chronicle Party, love. More than happy to befriend you back. So you can be part of the Couch Chronicle Party, love. Now, we are streaming live at LUVRadioNetwork24.com right now. So go ahead, take time to check us out. Join the Love Radio Network for the latest and greatest shows on the internet. Now, we are praying for the latest and greatest shows on the internet. Now, we are praying everyone is well and staying safe. Our topic today is how women don't look like their storms. Now, this is a topic me and my homegirl discuss a lot, and we're just bringing it to the show to you tonight so that we can share some of our insights, some of our little golden nuggets, as we call them. And actually, if you want to have any questions, go ahead and press that number 1, and you can get right in on the show. But tonight, it may be all about the women. However, we would like to recognize all the men that are out there that have fought a good fight. You didn't. We're just recognizing you and letting you know that your Men Day will be coming soon. But tonight specifically, speaking about women, we tend to hide our scars and our pains and our strife in life more than our male counterparts. When a man is sad, hurt, or in pain, it walks, how he talks, or he's not talking, or he holds his head down, he's sad, he's drinking, whatever he's doing, you can tell that there is a change in him. But in the past, men have held in their pain for fear of being thought of called soft. But with women, no matter how, we keep getting up, we're going to keep smiling, and we're trying to make it happen under any circumstances necessary just to survive. Now, it's no different than being in the wilderness. A mother will go to great lengths, and I mean any lengths, to protect her. A lot of times she's either doing it alone, but God bless her if she isn't a herd or a pack. But the bottom line is she still has to get it done. Now, because females are taught to be strong, we tend to forget the training part of how to overcome the storm. We got how to get through the storm. We know we got to fight, and we're in our boxing gloves and whatever we need to make it happen. But a lot of times, either we're falling apart or we're just shy of it, because either we're exhausted, we can't do it, and nobody teaches us how to overcome it so that we can go on about our day-to-day business. Now, this happens mainly because we're taught to just suck it up and keep going. Due to being nurturers, mothers, leaders, and mentors, it goes way back, y'all, to those double standards that men can basically do anything they want, and as females, there is always a price to pay to be out of line of what society actually expects from us. The standard has been in place forever, has not only budged a little bit over time, but today's woman has many, many more chances, way more opportunities. I could definitely affirm to that. Allow them to stretch the narrative and boundaries at times. And still, with those advances in society, it still dubs us for being strong, witty leaders. And at times, because we're mothers, we're going too far. Now, we know that we've stretched ourselves too far. A lot of us wear those scars, and some bravely and some not so bravely. We got them as headaches. We have them on our faces. And Lord Jesus, know anybody that's been a mother and birthed a child, whether it was from the child or the stripes in your life, you got the stretch marks to show for everything that you've been through. Now, come join us on the couch tonight. Our strengths actually know no bounds, and our pains still have not found a safe place. Tonight, we're going to talk about that and how to overcome these stigmas, how to reach out to others, how to get those resources going through your pains and tribulations while finding a support system that allows you to come out of that storm, because we need you to properly heal. Because, look, we need you. Because there'll always be another storm, and you just never know. So we want you to be happy in the meantime, in the downtime, but when it's up, we need you to get going and get busy. Like they used to say, child, you don't have time to cry, only fight. You can cry later when it's said and done. So we're going to get this party started. Make sure you text all your family tonight. Text them 563-999-3519 or LUV Radio 999-3519 or LUV Radio Network24.com. Go ahead and press that button. Listen to us live. It'll send them a link if you go ahead and text it to them. That way everybody can be part of the show, because literally tonight we're all family. And you know what happens when family gets together. Have some fun. Now come on now, grab your drink. Go ahead and nestle on in and pull that blanket up, but not too far. I know it's a little warm out there these days, but guess what? We're about to get hot and hotter up in this show tonight. And just lean in and learn something new. And if you don't need to learn nothing new, please just enjoy the browse. Foremost, my co-host, Miss Tanya Dews, our multiple sclerosis coach and motivator. Girl, my queen, come on in.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How are you?
Yes, Mommy, I'm
Everybody
fine.
feeling good?
Yes.
It's been a while since we've been out here together. I'd like to give condolences and big up to DMX, because that was my boy. So, and those followers and fans of him, you know, Rough Riders, roof,
Woo!
Okay, but
Yes.
the condolences, you know, up in here, Simone, we're back up in here.
Girl, those were our days.
Hey,
Do you remember that?
So you guys better get back up in here with us. We're so happy
Yes.
you're here with us on the couch. We're so happy. We're so happy. This
Yes.
is a serious topic, and it's definitely dear and near to both my co-host and me. I am so happy we are here tonight with you. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you.
Yes.
Here tonight with you. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you.
Yes, love you, love you. Now look, this is Tanya's baby right here, and I have no problem doing this. This is something that her and I talk about, but this is her baby when we talk about it, because she owns this topic, y'all. I'm just gonna let her say it. Okay, so
yes.
we're gonna just go ahead and get knee deep in this. And as always, thank you for being on the show, Miss Tanya, and everybody else who's joining us tonight. And as my grandma D used to say, sometimes intimacy starts with a so what? Let's get the talking. That's what I'm talking about. Look, I want to start this party by saying, somebody had asked me a question about the storms in our lives, and one of the things that is prevalent about a storm, please understand, if you have a connection to your higher being, trust and believe that they already know that the storm is there, because sometimes they either put the storm there so that certain people can get out of your life, or they put the storm there so that you will take a different direction. Okay?
That's right.
And take a different direction. Okay?
That's right.
And not all storms are bad storms. So we want to start out by saying that, you have to, through time and maturity, you will realize when it's a real bad storm, okay, or when it's real about that. The first thing I wanted to start off with, I'm going to try to be funny, y'all, okay? Isn't it hilarious that tropical storms, hurricanes, and typhoons, those that have a female name are the ones that are the deadliest?
Yes.
Isn't
that's so wonderful, girl. You jump right on in that. Right. Because back in the days, the storms used to be named after men and women, but the storms, they decided to name them after women because women are more temperamental, and they used to have and they used to have problems with the way that they talked about them, like they were temperamental, or this was a teasing storm, or this was a flirting storm, or this storm always wants to change its campaign against us, this storm is just so violent. But the reason why they did that is that, honestly, come on, y'all, women were more feared than men when it came that way, because when a woman comes back with a storm, she's more volatile than a man. Y'all better check that out. Come on now. Here, snap. Come on. Give me some snaps. You would be feared, and you guys can Google that. You can, as I say, check Uncle Google.
Yep.
He's my uncle and your uncle. Check him out.
I know that's right. Now, research shows that hurricanes with female names are more likely to actually hurt people.
That's right.
Okay. And that's opposed to those that have male names. Now, and just to give an example of that, the year 2005, Hurricane Rita, that affected Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. Okay, and then there was that affected Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. Okay, and then there was Katrina. Now, everybody remember Katrina. Katrina wasn't playing. She came in and whooped everybody's tail from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. And she took names and no prisoners and wasn't playing, okay? And then even though, we're matriarchs of the family, we are the nurturers of the family, and I can attest that most men that are on here, I won't say every man, but most men on here know when your woman is not happy, it is a tropical storm. Okay. It moves from a hurricane into an absolute typhoon. Okay.
Come on now.
So, some of you younger brothers that are listening, this is very relevant and important for you. You have to deal with her on her tropical storm level. Because that's the warning level. She's trying to give you that sign she's not happy, and that, if you don't take care of this, I'm just going to go ahead and just make the storm a little worse to get your attention.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So, just always remember that God actually ordains the storms that's going on in your life. And I know people, whether you're biblical or not, or you're religious or not, things happen for a reason. Don't you agree, Tanya?
Absolutely. Sometimes the storm will move you because you wouldn't move yourself. Sometimes you have to be displaced because you wouldn't move yourself. Sometimes you have to be displaced because you're in a place that's volatile, you're in a place that there's no love, you're in a place there's no trust, and you have to be moved. And you wouldn't have been moved unless the storm moved you.
Girl.
So don't look at a storm sometimes as something that was so awful or so, because there's always something that what you can do. Take these notes, ladies and gentlemen. You can rebuild, and you can rebuild even bigger and better. So don't ever take a storm for something to be to the point that everything is lost. Sometimes you have to lose to gain.
Yes. Amen. Amen. Matthew 8:26. And he said to them, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" Then he rose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. See, one of the reasons why women are so strong and can manage most of the storms in their lives is because we have something inside of us that allows us to have that kind of faith. All we know is we need to show up, we need to handle it, we need to face it, and we're going to leave the rest to a higher being and hopefully have the faith to have a better outcome. Okay? A lot of this is based on a lot of faith. When people can't endure the storm, to go through it or manage it.
That's right. That's called trust. That's called trust.
Trust in the Lord.
Me. That's right. Be still. Heart. And wait on him. A lot of people don't like to wait because what they see before them is not what they want to see. See, it's not about you. It's about him. So when you not in man and not what's around you, but unfortunately some things around you. Now get this. Again, remember, we are teaching this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Get this. Some people say they're going to be there for you. They're going to help you when you get down in your storm. Sometimes that storm was teaching you not to know who those people. You realize those people are not who they say they are. And that's another thing right there. You're not who you say you are. Ooh, some of those people are doctors, preachers, and teachers. You're not who you say you are. I thought that's who you were. And, you put so much trust in that man and that woman, and that's what God is trying to teach you. Stop trusting them and trust me. And that's something that a lot of us go through, and we put these little Band-Aids on because we think it's a little cut. And see, a Band-Aid only covers that abrasive little cut. See, that's why sometimes it only covers that abrasive little cut. See, that's why sometimes you need stitches. You need stitches, and some of y'all need some casts to really heal and sit still, because a cast will make you be still. Not the Band-Aid. The Band-Aid can come off and it's still exposed, but a cast is covering you and healing you, and that's off and it's still exposed. But a cast is covering you and healing you, and that's what God does. He covers you and he heals you if you stay behind the hedge of protection. But a lot of people don't do that. But trust me, you have to do that to get through your storm, because you can't become an overcomer if you just be still. It is hard. It's hard if you just be still. It is hard. It's hard.
It is. It's very hard. And one of the key factors in this process is patience.
Oh my goodness.
You can't go through endurance if you don't have the patience.
That's right.
The patience is very, very critical to show. You know you got God when you know you got a straw, and there's water all around you, but you're still breathing.
That's right.
That's the flood. That straw that's allowing you to put your head up and actually breathe through what's going through. So, people just remember, we're not trying to preach the Bible in these. There's these phases, and there are resources that are actually needed for you to be able to make it through the storm. Everybody thinks that just because you have faith and some patience that you can manage the storm. You have to also know yourself. Because when you're in a storm, you're really
You need discernment. You need discernment.
Need
Sometimes you have
discernment.
to encourage yourself to get up. How about that? Get on that boat and get out of there. How about that? Get on the boat and get out of there. Paddle away from the storm sometimes. You can do it. Some people stay there and they sit there and they drown. And you want to know when they come to God, God goes, you know, you go to God and goes, why you let me drown? He said, I sent you a boat. Why didn't you get out of there? Okay.
Get on any.
Oh my goodness, what's wrong with you? See, don't cripple yourself because that's harmful. And a lot of people cripple themselves and then they get into the woes me and they help. Sometimes you need the help because it is sad, it's depressing, it's hurtful, it's crippling, you know, because some things are so fatal and brutal that you don't know how to fix your scars. But you can heal. Some scars are going to be there permanently as a reminder of what you've been through. Because you don't have to look like, as a reminder of what you've been through, because you don't have to look like your storm. Me and Simone are survivors that don't look like our storms. Look here, y'all saw our pictures. Y'all don't know what goes behind that picture, though. Knock it off. There's been some things that's gone down. We've been crippled. There's been some things that's gone down. We've been crippled. We've been broke down. We've been devastated. We've been wiped out. You don't let a pretty face and a picture fool you. There's a story behind everybody. There's a story behind everyone. And we have a story of devastation. There's a story behind everyone. And we have a story of devastation. So don't, and there's so many women out there right now, and you ladies, because we're speaking to our sisters. Right now, we love you. And if no one told you that they love you, we love you.
We love you.
And if you need someone to love you, go to God. If you need to speak more than that, go see somebody.
Yes.
Go see somebody. Don't sit there and get depressed.
Woo, child, we're an entertainment couch. Go get you a real couch. Go get you that couch that's really, really going to tell you what you need to hear.
Please.
See, a lot of us, what really needs to be said, that we can't heal. You're never going to heal if you don't hear it.
That's right, because you're too broken to do it by yourself sometimes.
Yes. So that whole story right there, it really resounded with me because I remember at my lowest point in my life, seeing these boats go by. Everybody's trying to help you. You're getting what you need and you're not moving. When you see that people, that's someone that is totally broken. They cannot fix themselves. They're that depressed that they cannot move. They are.
That's right.
And you don't know what to do.
That's right.
Okay? Because I remember and recall in that moment, I had at least 6 or 7 boats that came by. I can call the boats by name. I knew them well.
That's right.
And I also watched them go away.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched them go away.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not have it within me, the energy that I needed. That's called that cup is empty.
Right.
That's when you know your cup is totally empty. And we should never get to that point where our cup is empty. I'm a big advocate of that because I've had my cup empty, and it is a terrible feeling, y'all. So...
That's right. Go ahead. And then you have to speak to those people who are on fire. And sometimes you put out some of your fires, and then somebody on the other side behind you is and you're covering, you're starting to heal, and someone's constantly putting these fires back on you because you continue to trust people and the people you were around. And then when someone is coming over to put the fire out for you and telling you, here, come over here, and you're like, well, that's the unknown. That's the unknown. I'm not ready to go tap over there. That's too unknown for me. But instead, you stay into the heat. Get out of your fires for all of those people out there who allow other people to continue to burn you. Stop getting burnt. Get out of that place to burn you. Stop getting burnt. Get out of that place. Go ahead and go to the unknown territory so that you can live and breathe where people are not putting you on fire. And some of you can relate to that. And there are different types of fires. There are abuse. There are people who are talking about you. Financial problems. Oh, come on. There's so many things, you know, that can do that. And verbal abuse is some of it too, guys.
Ooh,
verbal abuse is a horrible thing. So please understand, just because a lot of women put on masks. Now, this is where women put on their makeup and their jewelry, like $1 million, and everyone goes, oh, she looks so beautiful, not realizing, excuse me, she's getting her butt beat every night. Yes. Every night. Or her husband is cheating on her, or her boyfriend is stealing her money, or her children are driving her crazy. Women put on masks, men, so be mindful of time, too, because sometimes dressing up is only hiding something. And it's called the mask. It's called the mask. So be mindful of that, guys. I just gave y'all a nugget. Come on, fellas. Fellas.
I know that's right.
I give you a nugget.
Excuse me. And for a lot of the women, look, you don't have to dress up because you're feeling bad. Sometimes it's okay to feel bad.
That's right.
We have been conditioned in certain cultures that we're not even allowed to look or feel bad. And that's not healthy for us. Internally, you internalize that, and it manifests itself outwardly in your actions, in your words, and certain things that you do. Okay, so it's not like you're hiding a lot of things. And I had to tell somebody one day, I'm like, I can see you. I had to tell somebody one day, I'm like, I can see you. You're not hiding anything. I've been where you've been, and I can see you. Clear as day.
Well, that's that mask.
That's a mask. And a woman wears a mask better than anybody in the world.
Woo! Can she hide it?
Anybody in the world.
Woo! Can she hide it? Oh, we're some divas hiding some things now. We got skills.
Let's not go there. That's a different story.
Please understand. We have skills because we can have an emotional breakdown, cry, and sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, how you ride by somebody, you see somebody boo-hooing at work, having a nervous breakdown, get into the parking lot, straighten herself up, and go to work.
Yep. Been there, done that.
Oh, my goodness. Do y'all? I know some of y'all been there. And on your way home, you're like, oh, Lord, I got to go back to the house with all that madness. You're crying on the way home. And you can't wait to go to work. And during COVID, you've now learned that your kids are a pistol and they don't listen in school. So now you home with them. And, oh, my God. There goes a storm right there, ladies and gentlemen. You got some bad kids, y'all. Y'all thought your kids were just as cool and nice. And now you realize they're your poor teachers, you teachers out there, your husbands and wives, y'all can't get along. So now the wives have to pretend that they love their husbands. There goes the storm right there, baby. There goes the storm right there. So there are different storms we're trying to point out to each and every one of you that you may be experiencing and that we're trying to tell you. We know some of you sisters are going snap. A lot of you may not want to call and say anything, but guess what? We're going to say it for you because we feel your pain. So you ain't got to call. We already know y'all there, and we know it's harmful and it may be very destructive because you're not quite sure what to say, and you don't want anyone to maybe hear your voice. We know you're there. We know you're there because we love you. We told you in the beginning of the show, we love you. We love you. We're here for you. But understand that you may be experiencing some serious, brutal pain, and if you're doing something like that, all we can tell you is to get help. Get help. HELP. Get help.
Amen. Now, with that, we're going to go to break. So everybody go ahead and refill those glasses. I don't care if it's a glass of milk with just some ice and water. But come on back to hear us talk about how we're going to recover and how we're going to heal in regards to our situation today. Because a storm does not have to take you out. You do have resources, and you are in control. Some to what we have to say about that, and we're going to go pay some bills. Be back in a minute.
Naturally Me, Naturally Free. Join Tanya Maynard on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. for Naturally Me, Naturally Free. Personally handcrafted natural skin, hair, herbal products, including natural herbal alternatives to medications. That's Naturally Me, Naturally Free. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. with Tanya Maynard on LoveRadioNetwork.com. There's greatness in all of us, and Kimberly Renee is in all of us. And Kimberly Renee is a firm believer that everyone should live in their own truth. As a certified motivational coach and speaker, she uses her platform to propel others towards wholeness, great relationships, and accomplishing their goals. Join Kimberly Renee for Kiss of Life, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, here on LoveRadioNetwork.com. In the midst of life's ups and downs and uncertainties, we still rise. Join us mornings starting at 5 a.m. as we rise in worship on Love Radio Network 24. That's 5 a.m. daily for Rise in Worship, only on LoveRadioNetwork.com.
You're listening to the Love Radio Network worldwide. LoveRadioNetwork.com. Educational, inspirational, trending topics, and the hottest hits. With award-winning talk show host and personality, Radio Network, building a network of love.
Okay. Come on back to the couch. We're so happy to have you back. Text other people to come on in and just text them that number 563-999-3519. For the rest of y'all, we're going to go ahead and finish on up with talking about how women do not look like their storms. And we're talking about some of the storms that they have. Tanya and I are going to share some stuff with you, and then give you some tips on how to actually heal. So, Tanya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Would you like to tell everybody about a particular storm that you have?
Oh, yeah. Listen, with me, my body was my storm. When you're working and everything is fine, and then all of a sudden you get sick and it tears you down to the point you can't get back, and they turn around and tell you that it's only going to get worse. There's no cure for it, and now you have something rare going on in your body. It's devastating. And with that, they don't tell you what's next. See, a doctor can only tell you what's wrong with you. A doctor can then give you medicine. A doctor can give you therapy, but a doctor can't tell you what's next in your marriage. A doctor can't tell you what's next with your finances. A doctor can't tell you what's next in your life, period, as far as your emotions are concerned. So with all that being said, I went through a storm. Are concerned. So with all that being said, I went through a storm, and I went through a devastating storm to the point that I had no return, and it was dark, it was lonely, it was depressing, and every day, no matter what, it was like one of those movies. You wake up, you still got the same problem. You wake up, you go to bed, you wake up, you go to bed, you still got the same problem. Nothing changes. And as of today, I am 20 years living with my storm. So should I have lost my mind? Absolutely. Like I said earlier with DMX, up in here, I comes in, see, because you can still sail. We were always talking about these boats, this metaphor of a boat. See, I took a boat to sail to victory instead. See, because I could have took a boat to sail to defeat. That was easy. That was the easy way out. See, that's where the devil comes in and wants to just take you and bring you down because he shows you can do about it. I'm in control of this. No, baby, I'm in control of me. And it's up to me. That's what the free will is about. So understand what your free will is. Understand your mindset, because this is all about a new lifestyle change. It's all about in your mind. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to stay right where you are. And then you're going to be around people who are not sharpening you, because iron sharpens iron. And if you're not around anybody who's sharpening you, who's in your life, who's uplifting you in your life to encourage you, you are going to stay stuck right in that place on that boat going down to you are going to stay stuck right in that place on that boat going down to defeat. I choose a boat to sail to victory, and you can do the same thing, because no matter what your storm is, baby, you ain't got to look like it. You can feel like it some days. You can even act like it some days, because some days, trust and believe, like it some days, because some days, trust and believe. My husband wants to know, what broom am I riding on? Come on now, somebody. And sometimes some people are like, okay, my husband will answer the phone, crazy house. Yeah, because his wife is in here acting crazy. 20 years living with a storm, baby, sometimes, yes, emotionally a little fickle, and it's okay. Like we said, take some time. You know, you can't always look at the view the way everybody else sees it. So there are some days you're going to have a hot mess going on, and it's okay. You won't do your hair. You won't do anything, and it's okay. But, baby, when you go outside, nobody has to know those days or those weeks or even that month that you just couldn't get it together. It's okay. We're trying to tell you it's okay, because you don't have to look like your storm. But when it's that time when we were talking about put that mask on, ladies, y'all know how to dress up and feel good. Even if you're just going to the store, be in the store, and you're trying to figure out, why is she all dressed up to go to the store? Because guess what? She's feeling good. She's feeling good. So compliment each other instead of tearing down each other. Love on each other. Do for each other. But stop knocking each other down. Just because they're idea than you, or they have some higher shoes than you do, or their hair is as tight as I don't know what. Go over to a sister and go, you know, your hair is banging, girl. I love it. You know, why can't we compliment each other? Who taught you to be that way? Okay, Simone and I are not going to teach you that, so don't do that. Compliment each other. No. We will go over to somebody and go, girl, I love you. Where'd you get your hair done? Because I might need a new hairdresser, because your hair is really, really beautiful. Where'd you get your nails done? Those are beautiful. Stop getting so stuck on you and start complimenting other women, you know, and then, you know, when you find you. And start complimenting other women, you know, and then, you know, when you find something at a store, you want to, you know, I can't tell you where I got that. This is exclusively for me. I didn't realize you had your own personal line, but that's okay. I believe it's called Macy's, but that's okay, girl. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Right. I understand that's a Michael Kors bag. I believe we all can purchase it. It's okay. But see, we can't do that because we all don't want to look like a storm. So we got to help our sisters. And if you see a sister who's down and needs a little help and she's in your circle, start sharpening her. Help her. Because I keep myself around sisters who keep me uplifted. When I have a bad day, they be like, don't bring that pity party over here, because that's not what you're going to do today. I don't want to hear that you can't do it, because you can do it, because you're more than a conqueror. You got to be around people who are encouraging downers, because you're going to be a Debbie Downer, and they're trying, like I told you, those are the people who will be starting fires when someone already put it out. Don't be around people who start fires. I'm not going to say anything else because there's so much to say. Lord Jesus. Up in here, DMX, I love you and miss you. Tell it.
Yep, I am, and I'm breaking it out. This is the first show that I've ever brought. I guess I've said it before, but not in this content. One of my major storms that I did was simply because those who know me very well know that I've had 3 concussions. And the last one had 3 concussions. And the last one was very major, to the point where I didn't work for 2 years. And, you know, I had a case going on, and I happened to love myself enough to say, I don't need to have all this money come back to me. What I need to do is I need to help fix myself. So I did some research and found a concussion therapist and doctor. They're out there. There are not a lot of them, but they are out there. And I said, I need my mind to be right. At that time, I couldn't retire until 67. I have to get this together. I did not wish to succumb to just going on disability. I wanted to work out the rest of my time. So that means you have to work on yourself. You have to to do whatever is necessary to make you better and make you whole. Now I chose to heal myself. And I did that because I wanted to learn how to fix things that were incomplete with me, whether it is of my own doing or things that I cannot control. And I always tell people, just because you don't think you can't control it doesn't mean that you might not want to invest in doing something about it.
That's right.
You know, I have all the faith in the world in my God that he's got it, but I also have to put in the energy and the time to make it happen. So I made that conscious decision to do that. And I went ahead and paid this. And I worked. My mind has to be worked daily. It is a job every single day. Tanya struggles with MS. I struggle with lapse of memory sometimes. I totally blank out and forget. And I have to ask Tanya, girl, what was I just talking about? Seriously, you know, and part of this, you know, in healing, you have certain resources to help you heal. I chose a therapist because I needed something concrete. I needed somebody that scientifically knew what my issues were, what was going on with my brain, and how what was going on with my brain, and how I was going to be able to help myself get better. Tanya's also, we're each other's friend. And look, real friends, they tell the truth.
Yes.
It's about honesty. If you can't tell the truth to your friend, y'all ain't real friends.
That's right.
Okay? It's like being married in a marriage. Okay? That's a stone-grounded relationship that if it's not rooted in honesty, you have no relationship.
Now, see, she went somewhere else, y'all.
Okay. Not right now. No.
Not right now.
But always remember that you have to keep consistently learning and improving. And I have to do that. I knew that once I went to the concussion therapist, it wasn't going to be a one-and-done deal. I would have to continuously go to someone to help me connect those neurons, get them charged, get them fired, keep them working, keep them going, because that's what I want. I don't want to succumb to the situation. I want to be better than that. And I would never have this radio show if I had just decided to lay down and let whatever happen happen.
That's right.
And so that's my testimony to you.
Yes. Listen to your key words, and I want everyone to listen to what she said. She kept saying the word I. This is what I needed. She knew what her I was. I need this for me. Do you know what your I is for you? Do you know what you need for you? You have to understand your I is everything. If you don't know what you need for yourself, you have to ask, what do I need from me? I need this. I need that. I want this medication. I need this doctor. I need to go over to this therapist. I need to go to someone to talk to because I am not feeling well. Mentally, I am constantly crying and I need help. That's what you have to look in the mirror and go, you know what, girl? I need some help. Just ask yourself, I need help.
Yes. This is all a learning process. The experiences that you have gone through, you need to take them and make them into a learning process so that you can come out better than you went into it or the situation. It's no different than the choice that you make of getting up every day. I choose to be happy every day. I don't give a crap what's going on. I don't care if it's raining, snowing. I don't care if, the job ain't doing well or this ain't working out. I choose to be happy. I like being in control of those things that I can actually be in control of. And that's one of those things I can. Me having a sound enough brainwave is allowing me to make the best decisions for me. And that's all I ever wanted. Look, you can say, some of you guys, if you don't know who you can actually lean on, therapist, a friend, make sure you trust your friend. If your friend can't tell you the truth, then don't go there, okay? Whoever you really love and respect has to be both together. If you love them and respect them, you offer to you. Secondly, learn yourself. Learning yourself is key to all of this because nobody knows you better than you.
That's right.
You can't always rely on other people telling you what's best for you.
Oh my God.
You have got to learn your own. You have got to learn your own self. And I have a pet peeve about this because part of learning yourself is a lot of people, here it goes, here's the peeve, you just can't be by yourself long enough to learn yourself. You don't learn yourself. You don't learn yourself with your best friend every day, 24/7. You don't learn yourself with your spouse 24/7 every day. You need time for just you. Because guess what? If you don't like you, maybe a lot of other people don't like you either.
So, Simone, honestly, tell themselves more and to be by themselves more. What are some of the things that you do that you can say that I love myself and I can be by myself and do something by myself?
Let me tell you, ladies, I'm going to reference my grandmother on this because she was key with helping me to learn to love myself. She always said a woman's power is a treasure, and it's really deep. It's not on the surface. It's really, really deep. And if you can't get to your own treasure, how do you expect any man to get to your treasure? Now, sometimes it takes you to get to your treasure. Now, sometimes it takes you being by yourself because you have to like you for other people to like you as well. You have to decide to love yourself, be happy, just put out positive in the world. Because if you don't decide that for yourself, that's why you're not attracting those people that bring that to you and for you, because you don't even have it within you.
So some of the examples would be what? Some of the examples like you would go to dinner by yourself?
Amen. That I don't, if no man calls me this weekend, I still got a full weekend going on. I'm all right. I book reservations for myself. My friends will tell you, I dress up for me to go to dinner by me. Literally. I take me to happy hour. I go to the movies myself. Your life doesn't stop because there's not anyone else in it for you. Part of loving you is being able to take care of yourself. Show yourself the way. Show yourself the way. Show yourself new experiences in life. Push yourself. Stop relying on other people to get those things done for you. And some women out there, they're like, yeah, all right, girl. They're already there. They know. They know how hard it is. They've been through the journey and need to hear that.
That's right.
Okay? You have to take care of self first. It's called self-preservation for a reason.
But isn't that a mindset that you have to have to be by yourself?
It is. Mm-hmm.
So
let me tell you something. It's hard when you've never, and who can't be by themselves find it very difficult to be by themselves because you've been stimulated constantly. It's like a drug. Think about it as being a drug. You have been stimulated by other people so long, you don't know how to stimulate yourself. You don't know how to kickstart yourself.
So with that,
start yourself.
So with that, ladies, what we're trying to say is that your mindset, you have to start with your mind. Your mind encourages your body. Your mind encourages your soul. So if your mindset is that you're going to be okay by myself, try to eat out by yourself first. Try to go to the movies by yourself. You know, if you want to go to a play, try to go to a play by yourself. Because guess what? You'll be so happy that you saw it, you won't even realize that you're there by yourself. You've enjoyed everything that you do that. I just can't do that. That's because you need to meditate. You need to get closer with yourself. You need to love thyself first. That's a quote I even have on my Facebook page. Love thyself. It's a comedic quote. You have to love yourself enough to trust yourself to do certain things. Love yourself so much. Why do you do so much with your husband? Some people might question me because they always see me with my husband. But yet there's so many things that you don't know that I do without him. But see, that's where you have to learn to disconnect even from your loved ones. You have to disconnect from them and do some things on your own. It's because we go out together doesn't mean we do everything together.
Amen.
You know? Spending time is not the same.
Yes. Look, spouses, there are different types of spouses.
Yeah.
Let me say this. There are spouses that y'all got married because it was convenient. Y'all got married because it was convenient.
Come on.
The timing was right, period. Let's call it what it is. Call the spade what it is. Then there are those spouses that there is mutual love, honor, and trust between the two people. Okay? Those are the people who normally can make it a long time in the marriage. Then there's that spouse that this is the key element to any relationship that's probably made it past 20 years. He or she is your best friend, but they know how to different. And let me make an example of that. When let's say, most couples may argue, and sometimes it gets heated and you're yelling at each other. That is not proper communication. That's not proper communication. I should be able to go to my spouse and say, I need my friend right now, not my husband.
That's a good one.
Find out who you're married to. Literally, find out what kind of relationship you really got. You can ask that question to find out what kind of relationship you really got. Because if he can disconnect from being your husband, I'm just saying that because I'm a female, y'all. It could be the other way. If my husband can disconnect and come back into that friend mode, back to the day when I met him, and I can discuss any and everything with him, you got yourself a real relationship because he's supposed to be your best friend as well.
That's right.
And look, ladies, your best friend don't got to go shopping with you.
No.
And I say this all the time. Why you want him to go shopping with you? You ain't sitting there watching football with him.
My God. We can go on and on and on with this lady.
We love y'all.
We love y'all. Next time, guys. We're going to have to come back and do the guys. And we're going to have to come back next week with you guys. Aren't you glad we're back, y'all? Aren't y'all glad we're back?
Yes.
We're so happy we're back.
Happy. Yes. So look, everybody, healing is a part. If you are going through a storm, healing is a part. If you are going through a storm, know that you need to heal after every storm that you go through. Some of them you might not, but you need to heal from as many as you can, because what will happen is that anything in excess, anything that kind of rolls together too long, it forms a ball and becomes too heavy and you can't carry the weight. So make sure that you're reaching out to either a therapist, a best friend, whether that best friend is your girlfriend or whether that's your spouse. If you don't have that, that's okay. But you can still learn to love yourself, find you really honor and respect that gives good advice and you trust them. Or just, you always got to start with you. I can't say it enough. If my grandmother always said, if you don't love you, why the heck you think anybody else gonna love you?
That's right.
Okay, you got the love, honor, respect, all of that yourself. So we just wanted to reach out to the ladies and talk about, look, no, we don't look like our storms, and it is okay. It is okay to fall apart, ladies. We cannot hold the world together by ourselves. We cannot hold the world together by ourselves. We cannot. It is not even proper. It's not even supposed to happen that way. If you don't have that helpmate, just lean and rely on knowing yourself or that inner spirit and that guide and your God. So we are so happy that everybody joined us today. And Tanya, thank you so much for telling everybody about your story. I'm so grateful for that.
No problem. Love you guys.
Yeah,
Love you guys.
yeah. Don't forget that iron sharpens iron. And true love, I just said this not too long ago, about 2 or 3.
That's right.
You can't tell somebody you love them and you're lying to them. That's not love.
See, she keeps going somewhere else. See, she keeps going somewhere else, y'all. She keeps going somewhere else, y'all. That's okay, because it's been a minute. We're going to be back.
We're going to make sure that we hit you guys up next week and talk about from a male's perspective. Please feel free to come on back, not only to listen, but to chime in if you want to. We'll be more than happy to have you. But just remember that no matter what storm that you're going through, love yourself, forgive the situation, forgive yourself, and you will make it through. Okay? And know that here at Love Radio, we love you. We love you. Just come on in. There's always someone on this show that's trying to help you through. So you can always come find us, get a break, or get just those little nuggets we're always talking about.
That's right.
To make it through just those little nuggets we're always talking about.
That's right.
To make it through to the next week. So in closing, we thank you all for listening and joining us on the couch tonight. Be safe and continue to do one thing better than you did yesterday. It's just one thing at a time, y'all. Remember to love yourself first, and of course, we love you too. See you next week on the couch at 9 p.m. And until we talk again, make sure to be the best kings and queens that you can actually be.